and welcome to day 9 of this beautiful 12 days of yoga journey. Today's focus is joy and welcoming in and bringing in as much joy as you can in any way that feels good to you. So, of course, within this practice, we're going to be focused on bringing joy into our lives through different postures, through connecting to our breath, towards focusing on things that bring us joy in our lives, which I feel can be beneficial and is truly beneficial, whether we're on our mats or not. So today we do not need any props. And as always, for this whole journey, this practice, as well as every other practice, is prenatal safe. So I'm welcoming my pregnant mamas to get on the mat and move with me. But this is also all levels safe as well. So beginners, advanced, we can all enjoy some joy from this practice. I'm being very cheesy today. But we are going to actually get started standing up today. We don't need any props if I haven't said that already. Just a safe space to practice. It's always beneficial to have some padding underneath you, whether that be a mat, a thick rug. If you're practicing on a hard floor, that can be very beneficial. You can always have like a towel or a blanket nearby. Just for some extra support, just so you have it there, but it is not needed. So, as I said, we will get started standing at the center of our mats. Inhale, extend through the arms, rise them high. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. This time, instead of taking your normal arms extended, we're going to take our palms, go up to the sky, reverse that circle. Exhale, open the fingers, wiggle them down by your sides. 2 more just like that. Pressing through the palms, rising them to the sky, opening through the fingers, wiggling them, doing that sparkler motion. I think that's what it's called, as you bring them down by your sides. One last time, make it expressive. Inhale, opening through the heart, through the chest. Exhale as you bring your arms down and back through center. Beautiful. Taking a moment to close down your eyes. Press down firmly through both feet. Grounding down into the earth beneath you, connecting, creating a long spine. As you set an intention today, an intention to bring more joy into your life, whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't need to be anything big. It can be something super small, like creating a little bit of extra space to focus on your breath. Maybe you're making your favorite batch of cookies, or cozying up with a good book and a cup of hot cocoa or tea, whatever floats your boat. But just thinking of one thing that you can do for yourself, or multiple things that can welcome in a little bit more joy. Beautiful. Hold on to that for a moment. Breathe in. And on your exhale, you can drop the arms down by your sides. Open both your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And begin to sway back and forth, allowing the hands to knock on the sit bones and your buttocks behind you. Bending through the knees. You can make this as expressive and expansive as you would like. If twisting is uncomfortable, depending on how far along you are in your pregnancy, if you're pregnant, you can just take a gentle sway, knocking the hands on the hip bones, really doing what feels good, doing what brings you joy. You can pick up the pace slightly, slow down the pace, really being in tune with what you and your body needs in this moment. Waking up the body, welcoming in more joy. A few more breaths here. Feeling the heart rate maybe pick up a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, beginning to slow down and return back to center. Beautiful. Bringing those feet back together to the center of your mat. They don't have to be flush together, just about a little closer than hip distance apart. Inhale, rise those arms high to the sky, bringing the palms to touch, fingers extended, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale as you shift your body over to the right, creating this crescent moon-like shape. Stretching through that left side body, welcoming a smile onto your face, or not, whatever serves you. 2 more full inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. Returning back through center. And on your next inhale, shifting over to the left side, dipping down, creating that crescent shape. Feeling the stretch now all the way down that right side body. Pointing and pressing through the fingers. A few more breaths here. Beautiful. Bringing yourself back up through center, releasing the hands, opening up through the fingers, creating those star-like fingers as you bring them down to your side. Taking a few shoulder rolls up, up, up to the ears. Exhale, drop them down by your sides. 2 more just like that, making them expressive. Up, up, up. And exhale, drop them down. 1 more. Beautiful. You can stay where you are. I'm going to turn so you can get a better view. Inhale, begin to scoop and send both your hands back behind you. Intertwine the fingers, press back with both of your hands, opening up through the shoulders, feeling that nice stretch. And between your shoulders, begin to open up your feet to about the width of your mat. Exhale, fold from the hips, bend slightly through the knees as you fold yourself forward. If you need more space for your belly or you're just craving a little bit wider of a stretch, you can always bring those feet past and beyond the mat for a wider forward fold stretch. Love this stretch because you feel it in pretty much every part of your body, your shoulders, your lower back, your calves, your glutes, your thighs. Inhale, exhale. 2 more just like that. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Exhale, release the hands, allow them to slowly fall to the mat. Pressing up, straining through your spine for a halfway lift. And slowly beginning to bring your hands to your hips, bending through your knees. Super slow to avoid any lightheadedness. Closing down the eyes, returning back through center. And I will shift to face you. Beautiful. Grounding down, pressing down through all four corners of each foot, finding stillness, slowing down your heart rate. Beautiful. Together, we will shift towards the top of your mat, taking as many steps as you need, keeping your feet about hip distance apart, or you can always bring them a little bit wider to provide more space for yourself. Inhale, rising the arms high, bringing those palms together. Exhale down through heart center. Inhale once again, arms high. Exhale, palms down through heart center. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot as you send that left foot back, bringing that back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Bending through the right knee and that right leg, creating a nice right angle. Extend through both your arms for warrior two. Inhale in here. Exhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Align your spine. Send your gaze forward, picking a focal point to focus on and coming back to that place of joy. Beautiful. Begin to shift your front arm forward as you straighten through that right leg, sending those right fingertips down to the ground. You can also stop them at your calf or your knee for triangle pose. Sending your gaze high to the sky, right past those left fingers. Breathing here for just a few rounds of breath. Connecting, welcoming that smile back to your face, reminding yourself to bring joy into each and every posture whenever you can, however you can, whether that be applying modifications, advancing, backing off slightly. Do what serves you. One more inhale in here. Exhale, lower down through that left hand, frame the foot, and begin to walk that right foot to about the center of your mat, bringing that left foot in slightly, straighten through, just keeping a slight bend in that right leg, providing the belly with plenty of space. So if you can't bring that right leg directly in the center, you can shift it off slightly to provide more space for your belly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold from the hips over. If you can't come this deep, you can also bring your hands to your hips and just stop here. That can be really nice for my pregnant mamas, especially if you just are at that point where you can't get down that far anymore. You're still going to receive so much benefit from this pyramid stretch. 2 more breaths here. Exhale. Beautiful. Release the hands, frame the foot, step that left foot back to meet the right, creating that wide stance forward fold. Exhale as you roll vertebrae by vertebrae back up through mountain pose. Find your center. Tap back into that place of joy, that place of comfort. As you begin to inhale, rise your arms high to the sky. Exhale, palms down through heart center. And again, big inhale in, opening up the fingers, bringing the palms to touch. As you bring your palms down through heart center, begin to shift your weight into your left foot now as you step that right foot back for warrior two, setting up. Keeping the right foot parallel to the back of your mat, bend through your left knee. As you open your arms, create that long line with your body for warrior two. Finding the position that feels best for you. Shortening your stance if you're feeling any pains or discomforts. Inhale in for 2. Exhale out for 2. 2 more just like that. Inhale in. And again through the nose. Exhale, let it all out. Beautiful. So begin to straighten through that front left leg, keeping just a slight bend. As you dip and send your left hand, left fingertips, down to the ground for triangle pose. Again, asking your body what it needs. If you need to come up a little bit higher, placing the hand on the thigh or on the hip, you could stay here. Do what serves you. Breathe here for 3 rounds. Last big inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Begin to send that right hand down to frame the left foot as you walk it through center or slightly off center, depending on how much space you need. Walk that back right foot in slightly, coming into your version of pyramid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over that leg. Or, for those of you who are taking the modification, place your hands on your hips. Forward fold as much as you can. And hold here. 3 deep breaths. Filling your body up with joy. Sending it out to those you love. 1 more here. Beautiful. Dropping the hands down, stepping that right foot back up to the top of your mat for that wide stance, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, rolling up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Until the crown is the last part to rise. Beautiful. Taking a moment here of mindfulness to reconnect, to recenter. Sometimes these small moments throughout your day, throughout your practice, can make the biggest difference moving forward. Beautiful. Begin to transition back to the full width of your mat, bringing your feet past hip distance. So definitely coming a little bit wider than your shoulders, than your hips. And we're going to come down into one of my favorite poses known as the goddess pose. So be mindful with this position. Experiment with how deep you want to go, depending on how your body is feeling today. We will begin by placing both hands on our hips. Exhale, bend through the knees, come down deep, feeling this nice stretch throughout the inner thighs, opening up through the hips, and picturing that a piece of paper is on your back. So creating a long straight line, or another way of thinking of it is that your back is flush with the wall. Inhale, rising the arms. Exhale, bringing the arms down to a T. Inhale, rising the arms. Exhale, bringing the arms down to a T. 2 more just like that. You can make it a little bit more expressive, a little bit more wide. Have fun with it. Maybe welcoming in those star fingers, those star hands. 1 more big inhale in. Exhale, lowering the hands to the hips, straightening through the legs, giving them a little shake. Beautiful. And dropping back down through goddess. And this time we're going to lift one heel, then the other, alternating from side to side. We won't be here long. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale. Inhale, left heel lifts. Exhale, and a few more without my voice. Alternating, allowing your breath to guide you. Expanding through the belly. Just a few more here. Evening it out. Challenging yourself to smile. Beautiful. Once you've evened it out for your last round, you can straighten through those legs. Heel, toe, the feet together. Inhale, extend the arms high. Exhale, place one hand over top of the other at heart center. Just breathe. Taking in big, joyful breaths. Connecting to the heart center, connecting to that place of joy, laughter, happiness. And reflecting back to the beginning of our practice, when you thought of that thing or those few things that you could welcome into your life to bring more joy in. Reminding yourself of those. Beautiful. Begin to open your eyes if they're closed. And we're actually going to finish the practice standing. I know, very different. Begin by rubbing those palms together. If you've been here for the journey, you've done this one before. Rubbing the hands together, creating a little bit of friction, a little bit of heat, vibration and electricity. Once you've created enough heat, begin to place one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Taking in that pure positive energy. Thanking yourself for showing up today for this joyful practice that we've shared together. And reminding yourself that you can welcome in joy throughout your day in so many different ways. And that you are fully worthy of that joy. You deserve it. I am sending you so much love. Thank you for being here and enjoying, hopefully, day 9 of this journey. I will see you tomorrow for day 10. And with that, I would like to say namaste.